Hi everyone. Have you ever thought, I want to look back a year from now and say, wow, look how far I've come? If that's you, stay tuned. I want to talk about that today. For those of you that are brand new here, I just want to welcome you. My name is Sally Harris, and this channel exists because I am a firm believer that every mom deserves a support system during this difficult walk. And my daughter walked a difficult road for over 10 years, and while her life was spiraling out of control, mine did the same. And it does not have to be that way, and so that's what I get to do and be able to help you with that. So let's dive into this subject today, because how many of us in any area of life, when we're trying to and we know we need to make changes, we try to focus on what's in front of us right now and all the changes we need to make. But in reality, if we stop for just a minute, change takes time, right? So if we thought, wow, 1 year from now, if I had made a list and I could write down all the things that I've changed and see how far I've actually come, because day to day, sometimes we feel like we haven't made progress, right? So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about certain topics. For example, your habits. What are some habits that you want to change? Take a look and really focus on what are your triggers? What are the things that are keeping you up at night about the situation with your son or daughter? What are the triggers in your own life? Number 3, enabling, right? Enabling, taking a look at, am I enabling my son or daughter? Am I helping them be able to move forward in their own life? Or am I actually holding them back? Not intentionally, right? But maybe that's happening. And then another one is boundaries. We talk about boundaries all the time. It's like the magic word here, but it's so crucial and important. And it's not for them, it's for you. And so that's where a lot of moms get it wrong. And they think that they're putting up these boundaries to, stop their child. And in reality, that is, that's a side effect of the boundaries a lot of times. But really, the boundaries are for you personally. What are the things that need to change, and how are we going to make that change? And if they're not, if it's not followed through, then what's a consequence in some cases, right? So, your habits, your triggers, your enabling, and your boundaries. And then those are the things to take good inventory of. But then also, what about your self-care? And habits can fall into that, but self-care is so important. And there's so many aspects to self-care, right? From mind, body, and soul. I mean, literally. And so I want you to, I would encourage you to take note of that as well. We really need to realize that true change enables us to take the Band-Aid off, rip that Band-Aid off, rip them all off, and be vulnerable and be able to realize that it's time to make change. I don't think you want to live this way anymore. I really don't. In fact, I know you don't. But sometimes change is harder than staying where we're at, even though we're uncomfortable. We all know that. I'm the queen of that. I did that for many years. And I promise you that there is more joy and more peace on the other side of all that. And so I want you to take this to heart. And I want you to realize that whether it's your spouse, other children, friends, coworkers, whoever it is in your life, they're waiting for you. My husband used to say, I want my wife back, because I wasn't the same person anymore. I became someone he didn't recognize anymore. And I don't mean just physically. Everything changed when you go under all this immense stress, and it does not have to be that way. You can manage it. And so I would be honored to help you. If you and I have never chatted before, you can sign up for a discovery call. That's the first step to any of my coaching. And then I can do a recommendation for you on what I think is best for your specific situation. So I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.